Hey, oh, we back in this AO area of operation. So, uh, I don't know what happened last time. The stream just stopped. I think I lost internet connection. Maybe I don't know. Just cut out. I didn't. I just stopped there though. So, the same spot. I'm gonna go interview that man in the balcony and see what happens. Just talk to Classe, whatever her name is, this bitch. I still need $20. All right, let's go for that. Equip flashlight in low light areas. I have yet to go into a low light area, though I haven't been out at night, so that would make sense. Why I have not, which I will do tonight. 21, 21. Shut her door. Shut her door. Shut her door. Disco is strong in here. I need $1.50 or $1.42, but Classier. That's it. Classier Oranje Revachol. Revachol. I would say that Revachol. That's spelled. Let's go. The drunk is gone. So is that lady. Makes sense. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I really see characters in here like walk, just on their own walk somewhere. Like I was thinking, like the lady at the stand or the drunk, or like, if they, what if could I somehow encounter them when they're walking home, or like leaving the stand or anything? Is that possible? I would imagine it is. I don't think it's that hard. But I've only ever seen me and Kim walk. Titus from the fucking. From the booth to me. None of them really walk. Tell you, there's a cryptozoologist lady. She ain't walking anywhere. Ugh. That's neither here nor there. There he is. I guess I didn't have to go inside. He's just right outside here. Hey there, mister.
Gendarmerie. You found me.
The man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
Where his backlit behind him? Like, all right.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
That's good, I need that.
And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
We got your hint. Leave. Got your hint.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling as he looks at you. Something sparkled in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw anything up. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular. Ignore his question. I was hoping to talk to a possible witness. Your balcony overlooks the murder scene. That's what I'm aiming for, yes. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming.
Beautiful.
He says again, a nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight.
Sunday friend, yes.
I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view here. Is it Friday? Is it Friday tonight? Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday. Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Okay. I like the city skyline. I'm digging it.
That's why I chose this place.
He looks away, cigarette.
Martinez is special, isn't it?
Yeah, really.
Wait. Suddenly you're digging things?
Shaking his head. Oh, whatever. It's Friday night tonight. It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
All right, let's go in here. I have a bad feeling.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Okay, Okay.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette
Unfiltered.
and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
That is sad.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
Only if you promise we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
What does he... Okay.
We'll talk.
Smoke
Just
your
not
shit.
tonight.
Brush his hand thing.
Take care, all right?
Okay. Take care of you. Okay.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
There's something very different about him.
Different, of course.
He's such a good listener. There's just something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves. He smells good. Why on earth does he smell so good? His shirt isn't white. I would say there's something mysterious about that.
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
Very mysterious.
Very.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Uh-huh. I assume he's gay? Is that the implication here? I'm guessing. I mean, I kind of have that feeling. I really don't know why he's laughing. If I promise to talk. Maybe, yeah, that might be. Maybe it. Who are you? What the fuck? Got money in this place? Quarterly business magazine. I'm gonna inspect this before I do anything. Whoa! Party Dragon Silk Robe. I kinda want to take it. You know what? I am taking it. I'll get to the Sunday friend in a minute. The ashtray. Someone is always watching. Yep, figured that in rubbish room. Dishes look soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Well, that makes sense. None of the Z is weird. Dude, a sim. Yo! Take that! Exquisite canopy bed made out of metal. Its stability is ensured progress will naturally flow. Buckets of paint and a layer of cold newspapers.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Yes, this man is business casual removes his cufflinks. I do not like that.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior.
Right,
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
right.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Coalition, okay.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé.
Okay.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super.
Super.
I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Okay,
No,
I'm
first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right
an
foot.
innocuous person.
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Show him the Silk Road! Right before you tell me the story behind this, like, get down to business, point to the bed. Before we go, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Tell me about this beautiful Silk Road. Before you tell me. I'll get to that right before tell me the story behind this black Samaran hat.
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations.
Okay.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
What's an official like you doing at Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer. like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Yeah.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
What is this international community you speak of?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Okay. So here comes some kind of bureaucrat.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
I heard about this more than before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International.
No, okay.
The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
So I'm hearing is that we're the more intern bitches.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Are you a moralist?
But of course,
But why?
because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable. But I think that he's here to fix that, so I'll say. But what is normal or stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, Sur-la-Clé,
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable. Okay.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? No, I'm doing democracy is meaningless sham, yeah.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
That's true, but still.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
I'm not saying we should communism. It didn't work because the coalition crushed it violently. We just haven't tried real communism. And you're telling me this world here is working out well?
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend.
I agree there. That is true. Progress is very slow. And we're trying. Oh, don't get a hangnail. Hold on here. Got that shit. Okay.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Sur-la-Clé.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern,
Clé.
urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and
Oh.
Freedom Index.
It's just country.
Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
Which is?
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sur-la-Clé's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
No business. Let's talk about something. I'll learn more.
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Okay, but yeah, outside of the EPIS, what is Oranje?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world.
Really?
It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
Yeah, can you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
What Oranje? Tell me what it is.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time.
Horse cars?
The people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
If he knows so much about Oranje, maybe he also knows about Oranje's mercenaries.
Right. What is the price stability?
It is the most important
I
thing.
might figure out. Yeah. Ah, that clears everything up.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price
I figured
stability
that, but
is
I
essential
wanted
to
to
maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Right, yeah.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
2% of what?
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my question at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
I am good.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information
I said
line.
I didn't want one, so
Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
I get you. Enough business. Let's talk about something.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Menu lynched outside of the window was from Oranje.
Oh, that's unusual. The Oraniers are not the kind of people you associate with heinous crimes. It's such an upstanding and responsible country.
That's not how I would describe this guy.
Well, certainly one cannot rely simply on generalizations.
Obviously.
That would go against our commitment to individual freedoms. And, of course, any loss of life is a tragedy.
The man seems to observe a moment of silence.
So tell me,
Oh.
what have you learned about the victim?
He's a motherfucking killer. Like the I am brag about war crimes he committed. He was a poor kid before Oranje. Yeah, government put him in the military academy.
It's the responsibility of any good welfare state to take care of its most unfortunate citizens.
Look at him, a psychopathic killing machine.
They gave him a successful career.
Holds up his finger as he's made a brilliant point, as if he's made.
What else has your investigation uncovered?
He liked to get high and brag about war crimes he committed. After he was discharged from the military, he joined a mercenary outfit named Colonel.
That is extremely unfortunate. Yes, it's regrettable that this practice has a history in certain Occidental nations, even highly advanced members of EPIS. But rest assured, the Oraniers government has committed to producing a timetable that would lay out a path to transition to a professional army. Soon, there'll be no need for mercenaries like this poor man.
What kind of time? Oh well, so what's that then? Oh yeah, what kind of timetable are we talking about?
Oh, it's hard to put an exact date on it. I believe the proposal for the timetable is due to be completed around 60 or 61.
I guess it's better than nothing.
See? That's the kind of progress that the moral intern makes possible.
As the Murky killed a lot of people on Seminese Islands for the sake of the Oranje pharmaceutical industry, he liked to get high and brag about war crimes he committed.
Extremely distasteful behavior. I cannot condone either drug use or needless boasting. Suffice it to say, that is not how we do things in Sur-la-Clé.
As the Murky killed a lot of people on the Seminese Islands for the sake of Oranje pharmaceutical industry.
A great shame, yes. Colonialism is a dark specter in Oranje's past.
Yeah, history is very complicated and really simple.
Which is why the work of the moral intern is so critical. It is our great bulwark against another century of bloodshed.
His name was Lele.
Lely? That's an interesting name. Ah, he was a soldier.
A mercenary.
Aha.
I already told you that.
A condottiere. Yes, it's hard to believe they still exist.
Who's a motherfucker and a killer?
Officer, you shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
You're right, that was disrespectful of me.
Anything else?
That's all I
As I said, the loss of any life is terrible, no matter who the person may have been.
Yes.
I do hope you're able to bring his killer or killers to justice. We must show that the rule of law still applies,
You actually witnessed
even
it?
in Rivachon.
Oh shit, I didn't know that you... Yeah, okay. You actually witnessed it.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
You witnessed it?
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged
Well-
by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Yeah, start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Thank you, sir. I think we've got the picture. Anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10.
Hmm,
I couldn't make out anything.
8,
It was so dark.
hopefully.
And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard.
Right.
But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
How did you two become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are.
I mean, maybe,
Meeting
yeah,
the people
true,
they meet.
I get that.
It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is, right?
Sorry, who?
Man, are you... Your friend, the smoker on the balcony, we were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts.
So all you can tell me about
It
him-
is a cornerstone of our civilization.
He's studying the arts? All you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which, give me details. Which
He's a
arts?
truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps
All of them.
graphic design, printmaking, who knows?
Ha-
The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS.
It's a country. I
But
get that,
between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
what do you mean?
That it's never going to happen.
Oh,
They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
but that doesn't tell me anything about Kedra itself. Is it warm there? Cold? Somewhere in something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi.
Okay.
Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to emigrate.
Okay, well, what are you doing in this apartment by yourself then?
I'm just enjoying the view.
Isn't it rude for your friend to leave you alone like this? Isn't it, yeah.
We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active.
Okay, I'm very suspicious of these motherfuckers. I had something else.
I'm all ears, officer.
That's all. Sorry about that. Oh, God.
A moment, officer.
Yeah, what do you need?
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
I believe I already looked at everything I need to, yeah.
Was there anything else?
Oh, this.
Of course.
Okay, let's see, that's it. First, let's check clothes. Gotta take the shirt off. Ooh, and the tie as well. Look at that. If I had some shorts. Oh, wait. Oh, actually, no. These shades. Oh, you can't even see my fucking face. Oh, wait, shorts. Oh, those are pants, not shorts. Okay. Looks for chemistry and drama, but I won't do it. I want to be a detective, you know. I want to look the detective part. Where's my shirt? Take this shit off. Come. Oh my god. Shirt. Tie. Which jacket is better? Shivers and. Well, yeah. I mean, say disco ass. Yeah, disco ass blazer. RCM patrol cloak. Yeah. Got my gloves on. Looks for chemistry. What do the shades do for me? We gave it less perception, but more inland. See, that's the thing is, I don't need Inland Empire. That's like the one thing I don't need. My authority. Ah, fuck it. Visual calculus. I'll take that. Or. Oh, that's my list. Oh my god, my list is so short now. Okay, I still need to get. I need to. Kim's gonna leave, and I need to get those fucking boots off him before they send the body to processing. But I need Kim to not be there, and I don't think I can send him off without him being there. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, we have to go. Nothing. I don't know. I really don't think there's a way for me to get him away. And get the boots, because I think all I can do is send it off. I think what the only way I could have gotten is if I did it if I got the body down the first night, maybe. I think. But I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even touch the body the first night, which is crazy for me now that I think about it. I'm sure it'll do nothing for me.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
In the dim lighting, something becomes clear. Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. I'll try it again. Conceptualization.
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
What is conceptualization at for me? Is that some top, I think, yeah. Understand and creativity. See the art in the world. I have 2 level points. I'll do it. Oops. What? Oh, god damn it. Leave.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Come on!
Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
When I level up again, I'm looking at it. How close am I to leveling up? Not very. Kim, you alright? Fuck. I need money. Give me monies. I'm gonna sell some shit so I can just pay Grant. Gartier. What the fuck his name was.
Hello, hello. Sure,
so.
let me have a look.
Cool.
I'm not purchasing anyone,
Oh, yeah.
and especially
Your mother is a necrotic object!
anything else you're thinking of selling.
I like all these things I feel like I'm gonna need. Damn it, I keep doing that.
Another time.
I won't do nothing yet. I need $1.50. Not even. Wait. I forget, is it visual calculus that I use on this?
A crumpled bill.
Alright. I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't usually do it that much. Shit. She is still here.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
She's just.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
A pale dream is diamond. Of course, whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Herife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Of course it does. What did you expect?
Measurehead still up there? It looks like he might be. Yeah. Christ, Measurehead, why are you Can you get now? Is it possible? Oh my God, Kuno. Kim.
Yes? Excuse me? Frankly, Detective, you are in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without close supervision. In fact, under normal circumstances, I'd be duty-bound to report you. Take it as a token of good faith between our precincts that I haven't done so.
The lieutenant thinks you're some unaccountable wreck who needs constant supervision. But you don't have to listen to him. You're free to disobey.
Except that I do, Detective.
But if what if I need some me time?
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
I guess I need someone to crack my style.
You might. It's important not to let one style interfere with their work.
Well, guess what, Kim? I really need to take the fucking... I would like to just...
The man is decomposing visibly now.
Oh.
Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Try to move his
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
I want the boats! Okay. One more attempt. Let's go in here. I haven't gone. Well, I haven't. I looked around here. At least today. I did the day before.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Oh my god. Hello there. Beautiful. No, I have not realized that I am the killer yet. But I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. I'm gonna kick the mailbox. Fuck you, mailbox. I should have figured that would hurt me. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Levantorier mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even.
Fuck you, mailbox.
Your toe has suffered damage.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
You don't think so? You think it was cool?
I don't. Let's go.
He must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully. Something he doesn't stand for.
God. Ah, why'd I heal myself? That was stupid. I heal when I sleep. Alright, do the pawn shop. I guess I have to sell that photo, even though I'm going to regret it. No, I know you're telling the truth. I've already heard the spoilers. I know I'm the killer. I know what happens. I know the end of this game.
Hello, hello. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of
42
selling?
cents. That's not even enough. That's not even enough. I would have to sell the photo. Which one of these? I mean, I have to sell the photo. I can't believe I just sold the man's photo of him and his fucking wife. How much money do I have now?
Oh,
I didn't need
no,
not
photic
that,
part. Anything else you're thinking of
Neither of
selling?
these. It's only the case, yeah. I'll sell that. God damn it. Alright.
Another time, Pat.
Yep, out here. Alright, I just got my money. I literally cannot stay here another night. I cannot get $20 again. It took everything I had to get this. And I did buy a fucking jukebox or boombox or whatever, but tape player. But I had to buy it for the case. I got it for steel, $4 instead of 12. Good. Oh, I need to go into Kingdom Mountain. I need the flashlight.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft globe, a metallic drawer. It's robust, lets you see things in the pull-out toolbox, slides back into its nest.
I don't mean to skip all that shit. Pawn my soul. No. I cannot pawn my soul. I need it. Or I possibly lost it already. This man's been through hell. Yarte, guess what? Who's at the
Can I help you?
about the bill for
Got the
tonight?
20 real?
Yes, I do. There you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
I get it.
Take it easy on him. Deep down, he really hates being the guy who has to remind you.
I paid him. Alright, let's go to bed, Kim. And then we'll process the body tomorrow after I take his fucking boots off him. Oh, that's Kim's room. That's why I was like, why can't I can't go there? This is Kim's room.
Yes?
Oh, no. Okay. Nothing. See you in the morning. Yep. Good night. Fuck yes. Alright. We out. We're getting those boots. We're getting these boots. It's the first time I've been alone. Kim's cool. Alright. He's just a very good cop. And I said I would get a piece of this armor, and I need this. Is only guaranteed one I can get is his fucking boots. Kim's great. For the most part. 90% of the time, Kim's great. Is Kuno still there? Fucking... Do you ever go home?
The man is decomposing visibly. The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
Sorry, but I need
Whoa! Kuno's little sneak pig's back for the booty.
I hate you, Kuno.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us, liar cop.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Oh, okay. I don't think I can.
See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them.
Try to twist them off one by one.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Clean those off.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good. Puka style.
Hell, keep at it, pig.
Take stock of the damage.
The legs look like they've been clawed at by wild animals. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
It does. You know, I'm gonna go... What the fuck is Kuno's dad doing right now? Is he still passed out in a drunken stupor? Oh my god. It's only those kids. Those kids are the worst people in this entire game. They say some shit I can't believe. They're the ones that, when I first found the body, they were throwing rocks at it and calling him a faggot. Like, that's the first time I saw them. Kuno is a cunt. Kuno is the worst child in this game. Well, one of the only. What's that? These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Who fucking cares? He is. He's still fucking sleeping in there. I want to talk to this man. The air stinks of something sour.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed, a stained parka, some towels and a duvet, some socks even. Something underneath there is breathing.
Probably, yeah,
it's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out.
Alright, fuck him out. Alright. I feel like only bad things will happen. Alright. What do I have? Let's wash the boots in the kitchen somewhere. Oh, I gotta. Oh, shit. Oh, is she still up there? Oh my god, I gotta go talk to her. Fuck. I think she said 2300. She was going to bed at 2300. I don't know what time it is. Okay, I think I can make it there. I can make it there. pussy. Oh, yeah? I feel like only bad things will happen, alright? I'm gonna fight him and die, or I'm gonna kill him, and neither of those are good outcomes. Because it will lead to a fight. No way we're not gonna fight. He's like a meth addict, or a speed addict, like drunk, and he's the father of that child, so he's not a good guy. He literally just does drugs and beats the shit out of people and sells it. The young man's the young man's son verbally accosted his own father. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. The son verbally accosted his own father.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
Before you was only the room, the sound of the motor vehicle, steam in the bathroom, and darkness. Did you hear something Sunday night from my room? It's on one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
I haven't heard it at all. I'm the only one that's ever said it.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
She arches her eyebrow, waiting for this to connect with you. Very odd. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
Oh, we're huge where I come from.
Ostentatious orchestra.
I was very young then, of course. Like 7.
Is that the name of the band?
Life gets hard, but we go on.
Mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
Probably when I broke that machine. Probably when the disco stopped.
A slow, sad song started playing.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, do you mean like in a cool way? Like a wild beast? Probably not. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
You're drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night. Or no, 10 o'clock at night.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon.
Yeah.
There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It prides me to hear this. It prides me to hear this. Tell me that there was more. Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Fucking God. I mean, that's true. It's if you get addicted to that shit, drinking it at night, that's fucking insane.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Say nothing.
She feeds herself another cigarette.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I do not want to. Yeah, I need to wait for Kim to be here. Okay, I talked to her enough about that. I'm more questions about any apartment here before I ask. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna get the armor. close the water walk. Find the maybe find the husband. Need to find other piece of armor. And you talk to Hydas. Come close with hard voice. Okay. I send the victim's body to processing. Find morale, which is part of the fun. Oh, the working. Oh no, those are two different people. Track down my badge. I still need my badge. And I know the clothes in the trash. The secret passage. The 2 signatures. Whatever. Look, I got so much done. All right, this used to be a laundry list I would have to scroll down through. All right, I've done so much. I even got a map, even though it's an old map. It's like a work map. It was supposed to be like here before the war happened. So I could have bought the regular map of what it actually looks like now, but I didn't have money. I would be able to sleep tonight if I did that. So kind of was forced. Let's go. Well, I got his boot. I kind of want to explore, but I don't have. There's nowhere to go really. Measurehead's still fucking. I bet he's there all goddamn night, just standing. I guess I'll just go to sleep. And they still have not fixed the window in my room. Go to that lady's room. The one I was just talking to. That room. I mean, that was her room. Well, the balcony and then her room. And this is also a room, I guess, but not with the bed. I could steal her medication. Kim was frowning on it earlier, but I could probably steal her medication.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. Plus, an old pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Necra.
I don't think I can. Also, she's been lying to me. I don't know exactly about what... She's been giving me the truth, but also, like, holding back some information, and it literally made my senses that helped me through this game. She tricked them, and they were telling me the wrong information for a while. So when I talk to her, I don't know. There's not many things I can trust. I'm not gonna take it. Alright, bedtime. That photo looks like the dude part of the Hardy Boys. I forget his name. Alan or some shit. Alright. Guess it's time to fucking sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window.
Yeah, 'cause they
and
fixed
not
that
too
shit.
inviting. But it's yours.
But they fixed hers
You've
right
earned
away.
it.
I mean, I guess I did trash the place.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you saw it. Okay. Yeah, I forget which one it was, but it's like that one's definitely... Sleep time, maybe. Maybe I'll get a good night's sleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
No big system, you need to go to sleep too.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
No one does anything nice to it. I'll apologize to myself. Definitely did this to myself.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist and liver damages my art. I will endure the pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror, but why? To admire all your accomplishments? You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like some of them, yeah.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them are nice. Others are scared. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
I don't know which one I hate more, I should say.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
I wonder if I drank and did drugs throughout the day, or like, sometimes in the day, if this would happen, or if it'd be a different thing, because I wouldn't be withdrawing. Maybe I should. Maybe I should drink a little bit, probably. Do I have tools? Yeah. Interact. Do I have alcohol? Oh, there's the bullet.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Antlers? Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez. Then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
All these merchants would be out of job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if the labor capital and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Damn communists should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. Got a job. It'd be better for everyone if the labor capital. Fuck it, I'll be like, yeah.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold.
What's this about the coalition? I already know about the coalition.
Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly. You flip back to the front of the magazine. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée, This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of the magazine, the table of contents. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Cindy the Skull? There's no way. Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
That sounds just like Cindy.
That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
That sounds exactly like her. So what is this tip-top tourney?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
What's wrong with the tip-top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
What's so bad about sponsorships? What's wrong with a good motor crash? They're just getting interesting. Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has two bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus?
Yeah.
Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Right, but then what? Then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
I mean, NASCAR. People watch that shit.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No, you're right. I really am. Just for the balance.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism. You flip back to the front of the magazine. These boots were probably left on the corpse because they were impossible to pull off while it was hanging. They're not exactly pleasant to look at right now, much less smell. Hopefully soon you'll know more about them.
No, I meant to put them. I meant to wash them. Okay, I have to wait till Kim leaves. Put the boots away. Look at this.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What did I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea.
I thought maybe you'd talk to me.
I know.
Eat
You should
it.
find the gun that shot this bullet.
Yeah? Sell it for profit. It's my friend. I'm gonna start talking to it. It will keep me company. Sure.
But bullets don't talk.
Hell, my necktie talks.
Yeah, what are you, crazy? Bullets can't talk. They don't have emotions. A bullet can't keep you company.
Okay, I guess I'll find the gun that shot it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Neat. The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Inspect it closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. Far away, Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanema. He is not here examining the bullet with you. He should be. He would find this very intriguing.
Ah, okay.
Mention it to him later when he's here.
Okay. Pull it away. That's all the things I can interact with. Okay. Alright. See, Kim's at his fucking kennel. Nobody's downstairs enjoying the disco. I think today is Wednesday in the game. So I should be able to pull down the fucking lever. Oh, Kim, you are not in Kingdom. Can I talk to any of you? Oh, I can talk to all three of you. Good morning, Kim.
Yes?
Can we talk with Bullet? Okay.
No response. He just arches his brow. A moment passes.
Alright, okay, we're here.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Ooh, more RCMs here. That's not good. Okay, hey guys.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Okay.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Yeah, why do you want to talk to me? Fine.
Okay.
So she's about to add something, but then changed her mind. I talk to
You look like shit.
Thanks, man. Your ruffled face reflects in the man's stomach.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
I know, it's just the last couple of days have been rough. Looks don't matter, it was what's on the inside that does. Never going to get this case solved. I probably shouldn't say that. Last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here.
Okay.
Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Appreciate that, man.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. The suit, the sunglasses, the haircut. He's famous. That's how you know his face.
There's something strange about this guy. Figure it out, please. I called my station. So I do. Yeah, he's in my station somewhere.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Where?
Another life.
From where? Another life? No.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
The what?
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
Oh my god. I see the 41st, 57th. Which one is it? Shit. It is. I'm so stupid. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right there. Shit, dog. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. The 41st? I believe I'm the 57th.
I think even in this fictional reality, the 57th would still be my...
No! No! I'm the 41st.
My condolences.
No!
Go ahead. Have another. Okay, okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good.
Oh, God. Let's talk about this hypothetical 41st station.
Okay.
Oh, that's not all we said. Oh, the hypothetical 441? Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's play around. So what would our relationship be in the alternate universe? You have a crime to solve?
Oh, no, no, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
Oh,
This isn't helping.
just shaking your head and looking at the man with sunglasses. So what would our relationship be in the alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you partner. You seem like a bit of a drag. Okay. Kim's cooler than you. I love to have you as a partner.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
You don't grab my style at all. He's going to now. No, you wouldn't cramp my style at all.
Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then?
I can't imagine.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's great. I suddenly flash with the questions.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
Are you famous?
Not as famous as you, superstar.
I knew it, Kim. I'm a superstar. It's happening. My hard work is paying off. I'm becoming famous. I knew it, Kim. I knew I was a superstar.
I fear you're misinterpreting this situation.
Well, I know it's bad, but...
Talk to me, superstar. What do you want?
Who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Come on,
It's
Kim.
not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Because they're not, he's a different precinct.
Watch out for yourself.
Loser. Cool.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
No, this wasn't Erickson's. Yeah, it's pretty normal, I'd say.
There's something missing here.
Well, yeah, my
something
memory.
you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
He is from... What? Yeah.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
I almost guarantee we are from the same station.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that established my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
I got a new thought, eh? Seems unlikely. First, let's establish clearly. No one is saying you're an actual superstar. It's in the groupies. Cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a loin-esque pose with a mic kind of way. You're not Guillaume de la Million or Davy Dewis. No, you're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity, passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it, or somewhere or some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. All right, let me talk to this man. Wait, is that the smoker?
Hi, gendarme.
It is.
Another rendezvous.
Adjust your tie. Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
What is it? What is it about the way he carries himself? I'll do that.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
I met your Sunday
You
friend.
did? And how did you like him?
You're right. He was magically bureaucratic. I didn't like him as much as I like you. I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments. Yeah, magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Alright. He's staying at your place in the middle of the night.
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Yeah, okay. Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return. To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. What about me, gendarme?
Something again about the musket type who came to Musket.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Okay, it's definitely the dude that's out front then. Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Yeah, besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
For sure, it's the guy from Cornell.
He sounded vaguely Oranese.
Yeah.
No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely
I think
Oranese.
they're all from Oranese. So, yeah. What did he do?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believes you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
The Sunday friend.
No, I don't think it came up.
Thanks for the
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
What are you doing?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room's right upstairs. This is where I'm going to... Down in history, I'm going to sing karaoke. I'm here to kick some ass. That's all the case I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just go wherever life takes me. I live here. My room's upstairs.
Convenient.
Yes, it sure is.
But what are you doing here?
I can't answer
Talking
that.
to me.
Well, getting information out of you. Composure? Where's my composure at? It's maxed out! No! How would I... shit.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Yeah, bye, gendarme. Alright, Kim, we're gonna call the precinct. Figure out what about the boots. I need you to go... Alright, we'll call the precinct. Talk about the bullet. I'm gonna send you off with the body. And I'm gonna do all the other shit about... Oh, shit, I don't know shit about this.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
About the serial number, yeah.
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interest of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Guessing one of them is Cornell, yeah.
Yes, that is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP. And the one before it was Damwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. No, they work called Sediment. And Somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Super armor, I guess, would have customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
It's imperative that we learn his armor as well.
Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then. 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
Okay, can we talk about the bullet?
Yes?
Alright, no, maybe if I inspect the bullet here. Oops.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Okay, military grade.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
There's no way. 3% chance. Get 2 6s. I'll try it.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models? The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and...
Oh, photo of his tattoos. Okay. What? Alright. Badge. Okay, I need the signatures.
A rusting control. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then the water lock starts moving.
Oh, it's here. I thought it was
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
I agree. So first things first. Get the signatures. Isobel and Liline in the fishing village, which... Fishing village is... I'm going to be going right into it, so... Here we go. Shit I've never seen before. Radio relay. Okay, I can't go to that yet. What's this? Money? 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 Traffic beyond this gate for abandonment. Making it, yes. No entry. Strommel's been scribbled an inverted star on it. They're part of that group. I forget the name of it. Breaker box probably really the radio. But maybe there's something inside. Oh wait, can I check it? Money. $11 for that thing?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
Oh, so where the tracks are
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Oh, we're actually waiting. Oh, wait. Is time gonna pass?
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. Spit flies from your mouth to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound though.
I've failed like all my checks.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
Shut up, Necktie.
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Very funny, so I can't whistle.
Just keep at it. It will come to you.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful, melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything. Okay, that's way better than what you did. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So was your dad also, like, Asian, pointing to my eyes? What the fuck? You're sitting on the anthill for an hour standing in a river of leeches.
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
You have to see if you have to decide with either strikes to the shipping company. Who would you choose? You think I'll ever find my gun? I'd rather say that.
God, I hope so.
I don't think I'm ever gonna find my gun. The world is so big and my gun's so small. I'm thinking if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I would turn myself into a living weapon. Then I wouldn't need a gun. I'll say that.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Is that the number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
Is that my motor carriage? There's no way. 41. Is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy? Small fish, this one. 41A. The street racer is quite the latest man. This will be Tommy 41 in the morning. Horse 41. Looks like a factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Corpus 31 Super Factory. I hate guessing district something. A precinct something municipal. Rotary doubles. You're getting a horrible headache. Oh god no. Oh god no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
I drove into the sea!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
The badge and the gun, and now this?
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Oh.
Probably. Try definitely.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now. I cannot believe that's my fucking vehicle.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
My badge! It's my badge! Oh my god, I got my badge! And I got a commander. I'm a commander! What's the one I have on? It's a patrol cloak. I got a commander's jacket. That's right. That's right. Get my badge out of it. Bottle drain of all this booze. It's frozen. Yes, that's probably me. Ooh, money.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
I guess I'll be on my way, because guaranteed that was me that did that. Footsteps. It looks like one paired. Yeah. No tracks here. Covers in the snow, they lead away from the incident. Oh, plus one to my Kingdom of Conscience, eh? The pants look better. What do these do? Yeah, electrochemistry. I don't fucking electrochemistry.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure.
That's good.
You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
I think I just got an achievement for being a centrist.
Yes?
Over there, a drunk man over there. I wonder if that's her husband. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking. Push too thick and going fast. Still get some money. Or not. Go around shit. Wedding stone. Here we go. Even kids. Oh my god, we're not like Kuno. Please, God, don't be like Kuno.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on a garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries.
Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
Jesus. He knows his eyes.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
His name in this thing is Don't Call Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse.
What's your name?
Don't call Abigail!
Okay. Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her! Hear me? Abigail?
Alright.
Don't call Abigail.
Alright, we'll talk to your friends.
Hey, Tequila!
He knows my nickname.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Yeah, we hung out, huh? I'll shake your hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila.
Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
Holy shit.
How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset.
Yes.
More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
That's harsh. I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Make it 5.
Looks at his shit-stained lycra, TM, with a grim expression.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
That's not good.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Please don't call.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
Tequila Sunset, that's my nom de guerre.
It definitely is.
Do you know me?
Oh, do I? Of course. Don't you remember?
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
Okay.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka! The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go!
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things."
Break the looms of reality. It's more dignified that way.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
So is it an event or a name?
I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila sunset. You know, as opposed to a tequila sunrise, which is long gone.
Okay. What about you?
Good to see you, friend.
Rosemary.
Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game!
That stupid drunk idea I'm having. That I'm attributing to a necktie. This is mystery and what truth I need to buy the spirit. What if I don't want to listen to my necktie anymore?
Snap out of it, Bratan! This is no time for melancholy introspection! It's time to buy that spirit!
I need to buy that spirit.
Exactly! This is no ordinary drink! It's what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! That drink is special!
That'll be for 300 real.
You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to!
Jesus.
Our ultimate fate depends on it, and the fate of many worlds.
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
Why does this cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Not to let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually. What?
I mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Oh, God.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where'd you get the bottle of spirits from? Okay, can I just get the spirits? That's okay with you. You know what? I don't even want. Where'd you get the bottle of spirits?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Oh.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
Spits an SEO clot on the ground.
didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip, I should remember.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me £4 to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Okay, how?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
Uh-oh?
It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room.
You should not
Throw
be
the snakes
drinking
out
that.
and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
That's disgusting.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for £3 if you want it.
3?
Don't say it.
Can I smell it first?
Yeah. Be careful. It's extremely flammable. One spark and the entire city of Revachol is wiped off the map.
I don't know about that one.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose, then drenched it in tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain, but at the same time you don't remember the last time you felt so alive.
I had 3 real.
Did I not tell you, Bratan? This is it! This is our party drink! This is what we're having, baby! Please get it for me!
The tie vibrates exceedingly around your neck, man.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
I think it'll prove useful, yes.
£3 and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it.
I don't, though, because I don't have 3 days.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend.
Alright, I will be back. If that won't open, I'll make it open. Let's go talk to this man.
The legend returns. You know the deal. Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
Like, inject it? Put it in my ass?
The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
But I don't want to put it in the bum.
Who said anything about putting it up there? No! We're gonna put it into a way more special place! So special! Just hang on to it! Keep it safe! Wait for my sign!
Right next to
Soon.
I trust you.
The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
Brave. What is it? Items. This thing's 11 real. Blue medicinal spirit. Oh, it's 6 real. I can even sell it for more. Alright. I need to find use. I want to talk to you.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan! Shows you got style!
Click, click, bang, bang. What he said, we're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
What kind of ill omen are you talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I am an ill omen, alright.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid, because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others.
What kind of treasure?
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Exactly are you?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Like your married first name?
Now it's your turn, Mr.
You can call me Tequila Sunset.
Why would I do that? That's a fool's name. Are you a fool?
Yes.
Don't ridicule yourself before an old woman, officer. It's undignified.
Where's someone stay around?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
I don't know if I can afford another place.
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. Just giving it to me. Yeah.
Oh, don't. It's your choice. No skin off my teeth. My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
It's not proper.
Suit yourself. But should you ever need shelter, remember old Isabel and her shack by the sea.
I was asked to get. Oh yeah, Isabel and Lila. Oh yep, I forgot. I should have remembered that. I'd ask you to
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Mr. Part of the village. I will not lie to her. I will not lie to this old lady. Tell her about Everard. I'm sure she'll be pissed and she ain't gonna want to do it, but I'll convince her somehow.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board.
Where can I find her?
She's right over there. The dark-haired woman, leaning over the railing. Yes, you do that. Can't let fat Mr. Clare down now, can you?
Alright, bitch. Calorie boost.
Hi, officer.
Hi. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword and a scabbard hangs from her hip. Ooh, damn.
Anything I can help you with?
Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why is that?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Questions first. What's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Is it from the story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
So we're all the men now.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone where?
To the waves.
Yep.
The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Damn.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
You should have thrown yourself into the waves after him. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? Something's gonna let go and keep the wheels spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
Oh, I'm talking to those kids. Before I talk about the Everett thing, I'm talking to those kids.
This
I
is
thought
neither
I
a
should.
touchy nor a very interesting topic for her.
Yeah.
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
What are you doing right
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insular Indian cuisine. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Never thought the sea brought in anything particularly interesting. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
Like a landmine, or well, not a landmine, but a sea
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Major narc. Oh my god. I need to know about the human bodies, yeah.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Yeah. Maybe steer clear of the things reminding her of the floater she used to be married to. Just saying.
I'm not gonna. No. Look for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Working class husband.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. Could do with some landed gentry, but apparently they don't make those anymore.
Husband, is it for me? I'm looking for him for his wife.
I wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you.
How about the cryptozoologist?
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
Cryptozoology is, yeah. People who look for animals mainstream scientists deny exist.
Aha! Like snowmen.
I haven't heard about those.
Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Where did they go?
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
So I take it that's your skiff, yeah?
Sure is. The Sun, I call her.
coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Alright, I'll talk to you later. First, I'm gonna talk to your children, because they might give me some dirt I can use on you.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
Yeah, probably not. What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that. Oh my god.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids.
What are you, Master General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Okay, I want to go up the coast. I'm not going to look at anything. I just want to find a nice spot. Maybe I will look at something. Orange, maybe I'll look at that. Back. Lost colored water. I'm on top of this man.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach,
Okay.
she looks up.
You wish you at the husband.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
About that. Your child is freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh? So
Said
should
where
you.
should have a hat on. I do have a hat on. Shouldn't I do?
Oh. I didn't notice that.
That's nice. You should wear one too. Stay inside. It's further.
Yeah, well. Look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Let's try it.
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up.
Whoops.
You're saying it really loud,
Oh my
but it's not coming out right.
God.
Maybe
Are you
add
kidding?
more indignation.
So I should just take this hat I'm wearing and fuck it, right? Point at your head and then where the hat is located. Engage in sexual intercourse with the hat right here in front of you because you told me so on the sea ice. I hate this.
More.
Right here on the sea ice.
More.
Cheek says if you can't even breathe from the sheer indignity of the crime. Leave your little ice cup hat fuck show.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes.
How you see me?
The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball. That's it. You've earned it. Start crying. Life's hard.
Start crying.
The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the sorry spectacle to end. But it's gone awful quiet up there. Then the sound of sobbing. Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40, his face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
This has quickly turned into a very emotional situation.
This isn't really about the hat, is it?
Anyway, I can't believe you would be so upset. Oh, use obscenities like that in front of a police officer, and you should wear a hat too. Anyway, yeah.
I swear to God, I will always wear a hat from now on.
Be alright if I ask you some questions?
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know? Crying helps, though. Get it out your system. And then maybe we can talk, okay? I'll be here.
Oh, yeah, Kim, you want to talk? You want to talk about what just happened there? Having looked away during the final phase of your episode, the Lieutenant now addresses you. What the fuck was that?
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
That's probably a good idea.
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case.
I agree.
So, what do you think happened?
That's right.
Believeth in thyself, my liege. 'Twas all a clever ruse.
Yes, a clever ruse, I see. Even so, in the future, could you please refrain from emoting too much on duty? The quasi-legal status of the RCM means we need to project strength twice as consistently as any other police force in the world.
Okay, I'll control my emotions.
Good. Controlling your emotions sounds good.
Of all the checks I could complete, that one I kind of didn't want to. Like, come on.
Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on? Then, let's go.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Well, you gotta get dirty, and I gotta get.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Okay, that was a shitty comment. Oh, wow, I actually transitioned into this place. I like these guys.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
Okay, the table are high above his head gives him supervisor.
Together with a Cell Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead.
Wait.
And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
Damn, alright.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast. I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Okay. He spits out a screw, then he starts cleaning it. He has a screw in his mouth?
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
Are you guys not doing drugs in here?
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead.
Yeah, thanks.
So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll make one round up later. I have questions for you.
All right, man. Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the Innocentic system, no? You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. Okay. We dance!
Apparently shakes the tape player as if you just hear it from break.
Love is hardcore!
Okay. Unity! Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse!
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can!
He's coming around. You're getting it.
I understand. It was lame of me to just otherwise.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
The screwdriver's still in his hand.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head. waiting for your body to start moving.
Oh, I am like slightly dancing in here right now.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
I want to ask you about the temple.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh.
You know what to say.
It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Yeah. God damn it. Fuck. My logic is fucked. 3% chance, that's ridiculous. Exactly what people inside the church.
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
I haven't even seen them and you want the police involved.
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
The feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
Snowman?
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
No disco.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
We haven't seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
So are you sure the Brennan's dope if you haven't seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
See a single thing wrong with that.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Okay. What? He makes little quotation marks with his fingers when it says technology. Can you tell me about the machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
What the thing watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it.
No one.
The cell was alone that time. But I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
Sure. What? If you decide to look into the matter of the church, you know where to find us.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the speed freak's too large sweater in front of him. An open toolbox full of carpentry tools.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Turns his head through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fill with some kids. Tell me about the machines in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
So, supernatural.
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest? That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Supernatural, so you think it's real? That's actually
Most of it doesn't exist, but there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist, because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff. Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align. I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshy tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
Encore! All right! Yeah!
I will keep saying nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Let's set an agonizing roar over the feverish, obviously not too hardcore people. So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
His head over the other side, looking out.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say exactly.
Under the radar, over the top.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Solve the egghead puzzle. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about science or sense. What is if you just try again? Find your way. A maze of things to say. Oh, I will not do that yet. What the fuck? What's up with this man? Why am I not? What's happening? Why am I staying here? Oh my god, okay. It's homework.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water. Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water.
Boy.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
Ah.
The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Seeing you. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do the signature yet. Didn't I find my badge? Wait, what? I thought I found my badge.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Oops, I didn't look at that yet. I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Lieutenant glances at the badge in hand. Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of you see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct. The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different. 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Wait, what kind of name is Harry? But Harry Dubois is...
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Both lieutenants in a double.
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Why would I decline?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. Okay. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings. Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
No, well, I guess not necessarily. to say we're the same rank, though, but I'll see.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Oh, thank you.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it. Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
It's 50, okay. Well, actually, it's 51.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
rough.
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate.
Alright, we're good. Found my badge. Found my badge. Okay. Seen karaoke. Put the clothes in the trash. Voting gig. How do you find the... Wait, what? Oh, the owner. Okay, yeah, I need to call her. Yeah, so I'll call her tomorrow. Husband. Armor piece. Start by identifying a bullet so you know the weapon was shot at. After that, keep your eyes open and be patient. So... Alright, we're gonna go back over... Ooh, actually, let's pawn this off. Pawn that gas thing off for them. See if he'll buy it first.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure. Let me... Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time.
Alright, $12. $8 more. So we'll finish there. I'll talk to her up top. finish that off. You're still down here.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Chill, go cock, remember. Chill, go cock, remember.
I'm sorry for wasting your time. I should have known that you'd find out.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
Not the law. We are.
I know that. But the people around here, they don't see it that way. And if I am to stay here, I need to get along with them.
Yeah, that's not good enough reason.
You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Okay, we just talked about this earlier.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight. The Pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old world, the conference centers, the people who are angry at her past.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? So RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this. RCM isn't a lapdog with the moral intern. You have to worry. This is why you're looking over your shoulder. Yeah.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked? People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Orionese lit.
What did you do to have these people? What happened here the night you died? When was the window changed? Why did you call the cops for hiding? See, I'm not doing that. What did you do and what people after you? What happened to you the night that you died? Then when was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
What happened the night you died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened, other than the
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He was in a kneeling position.
Okay.
He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Okay.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. There was that. Holy shit, yeah. So my feelings are right. He was enjoying the moment of his death.
Yes, but how did you know that?
He just had a hunch. Detectives have those sometimes.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me.
Oh.
I thought there would be one. It never came.
Some motherfucker. We're going to need more details. If you're not making this up, we're going to need more details.
She looks down with a wince. Her cigarette has singed her fingers. She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off much more than usual.
They said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Okay.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
Did you do that?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there.
Okay.
The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Yeah, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
That lady! Okay. Okay.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys.
Yeah. The Hardy Boys is the leader of the Hardy Boys, yeah.
Well, nominally, yes.
Ruby's her
Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
That man, the drug trade.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay, let's go on then. What's that?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told.
Alright.
She said she'd take care of this. That's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
How could we have missed that? And when was the tampering? 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground and raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
It's Ruby. Where's Ruby?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Why'd you call the cops for hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Yes, it comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking Kuno is a psychopath.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Okay.
Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then? Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
I love that. So I think the one when you said the guy's definitely compromised, it was drama. Drama is fucked. What did you do to the people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol. Or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
And you got fucked up.
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers. 2 decades worth of accounting.
Holy shit.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
I would like their names though.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies.
Yeah.
You're radioactive.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than you. Serves them right when I'm king. The savings make people first against the wall. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. There's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into. I'm sure that people have done much worse than that. There's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
Oh God, okay.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Sure, but we need to kind of get an idea.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do, bitch?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
Ooh, wow. That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
Wait, I remember your goddamn thing. I'm a cop. What I do is right. I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
Man.
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Maybe it did.
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
Right, yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Did you kill Ellie?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
Kinda had to ask it.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. She simply shakes her head.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
People have a crazy idea that you killed
I'm
them.
sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me. Like what?
The Orny's lit shit.
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at.
Why'd you stop?
Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it.
I see.
After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
I think we're done here.
She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality.
I don't trust you.
This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Wake up, drama.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to.
Yeah?
She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. See?
I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
Still, I mean, you could have easily told somebody to call.
It checks out.
Someone coughed. This means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too.
Somebody, you could tell somebody to call.
I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
You sense a little hesitation there, or maybe even fear. The stress was on the wrong syllable. Welcome to the wake-up club, brother.
Your name isn't Elysium.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good, you can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
But you're already 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Okay.
Yes, they can, for lying.
What's the password bullshit too? That password you keep.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
The one I just found.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast
I
there.
saw it. I literally
put it there when
went
I
up to
first
it.
arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not. It's useless.
Oops, whatever. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a Bergen sewage pipe.
I know exactly.
Right
where it
near
is.
the water
I
line.
found it. Tell me around
It's
there.
Katarzyna Lazie.
Small interface is timid, almost painfully so.
Could it mean Clausia is an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazier?
Abbreviation of, yeah.
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Clausia?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
Fine. I'll just call you Miss or a new disco dancer.
You can call me whatever you want.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
If I told you under arrest, Miss or a new disco dancer.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That is all the reason I need. Failure to aid a police officer. You have wasted our time in a time critical investigation. I think you're suspect in a murder investigation now. You're not playing with these mind games with me anymore. Wag your fingers next to her head. You're coming in. That is all the reason I need. Yeah, you're a suspect in an investigation. You're a flight risk.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Here we go. We're arresting her.
Please no.
As come around with fear, she tries to back up further.
I think I know who did it. I know who shot Leslie. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Yeah.
Ruby.
And how could she have killed him?
You've been trying to kick that door down, right? Maybe it leads downstairs.
The passageway in the...
She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me, ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me, She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sensational guesses.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs.
I don't know.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased. Was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
That's all and good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Her hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing a cigarette she still holds.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational...
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink, and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
You shouldn't have said that, as that does not make me want to let you go. What other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire.
What will have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol.
No.
An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
I also find it hard to believe. I do like the sound of that. Another Revachol for independent. Not on my watch. This is not. It has nothing to do with anything. I also find it hard to believe.
Don't. The world can change. It has changed before.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot or communard, did she? This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
Led me by choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day.
Right.
Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Service station called Miss Orange. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore. Oh, shit, dog. I really think I should arrest her. Because I think she'll run. She is a liar. All she done is lie to me. Fuck. There's no way I'm just gonna not arrest you. Kim arrest her before she gets it. Let's write a station call, Miss Orange. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know. Oh god. Fuck. Oh shit, dog. If I arrest her, I feel. I don't know. She's been. Like I said, Ruby shit just bullshit. Oh man, I don't know. Camera any longer. I feel like being a good person is not the thing to do here. What does Kim say? I forget what he said earlier. You do have the form. He looks at the ledger. Like I have the form to do it. Choose a flight risk. I feel bad, but she's just lied too much. Are we have to arrest her.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside, miss.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony, exposed below the rolled-up sleeves of her jumpsuit.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself and slow the extradition process as much as I can. It may be possible to stall it indefinitely, but you will be safer there for the purposes of this investigation. I can do this on my own. She's not an immediate flight risk. See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs at the Whirling in Rags.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all. If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
I did the right thing. I know I did.
Feels good, doesn't it? Doing the right thing. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I should have tried it. Whoops, I should have tried it, even though it probably wouldn't happen.
You give it another, more ferocious kick. The door is oblivious to your distress. Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff and despair. Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
Take a look at your hands. Elysium. So material. Wait! Oh shit! No, I meant to. Whoops. Whoopsies. I meant to do something else actually. Let's go back outside. Okay, now that Kim's gone, I can wash the boots. Maybe I can I don't know if I get the body processed right now, which sucks. Because I kind of need to get that out of here.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Try it again.
Come on!
You give it enough. The door is... This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass. In golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, on the two-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime, the glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%, with a weapon that fires jacketed ammunition, likely a rifle. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez? According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization. 700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
So the shot could have come from somewhere further out.
It is possible that it came from B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, or B triple prime, the islet. You can't know for sure until you investigate those locations. The lieutenant would probably agree that, in this situation, it's best to be thorough. 2 neon-lit shapes. 2 neon-lit...
Alright, I'm gonna try to wash the legs. Wash the legs, see if I can get the body out of here, which I probably can't, because Kim's gone. And then I'll probably save after that. Maybe I'll probably get rid of something in my skill tree.
The man is decomposing visibly now.
Well, actually, can you tell me something? Can you tell me something?
The man is
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
You have ancient mystery.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
To where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away. Come back later.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Can I boil some boots?
The man takes another drag of his cigarette and shakes his head, smiling widely.
Okay.
It's not clear whether he understood your question.
Hopefully he did.
It doesn't matter. You're a police officer. You can do anything you want. You can always talk your way out if things go sour. This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots. Far away, in the darkness of a makeshift morgue, behind Station 41's Lazarus, Dr. Nix Gottlieb cuts into the cold, dead feet of a murder victim. The veins are oddly black. He suspects a neurotoxin. There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef, light up the stove and boil them. You see a heavy steel door.
He sees me coming, he's like, oh.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the... Yes, at last, you find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 4112. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
Henry Dubois.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Harriet Dubois, HDB. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard. Just relax. The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Fucking kill yourself, you asshole. Okay. Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. Okay. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what?
Uh-oh. Oh, God, that might have been a bad idea. I was in the middle of the cafeteria, too. In the middle. What? Should I have not read that? Did I just finish the game too early?
There is enough again. Well, that's me. Is he?
A bit of caustic
The cool.
here and because it's always there.
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't. Your name is passed out.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? That does sometimes happen. I found this next to you. I'll tag along for the rest of the day if you don't mind. My business is concluded anyway. Are you okay to go?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Okay, and I can also equip it in here. What the fuck? That looks official. I got him back, I guess. I don't know if that was good or not. I literally just he arrested her. She's in custody now. Well, Kim, I'm gonna send you away with the body. You know what? Actually, no, we won't do that. I'm gonna get to the... Got a new thing, white morning. You see yourself in the room above. You passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Well, even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter, and the mention of what a gray white object letting out the sweet smell of lily and of the valley, and the little man's forgotten his name. But he still remembers the feeling, and look, he moves. The feeling animates him. Instinctively reaches out for the feeling of his best friend. A bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disc clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Little guy gets further and further away. It's not 5 hours. Why would I want to know that? What's that? I don't understand why would I would want to know. Like, why would I want to do that? Does it say THC? It does say THC. Probably thought. We're back at it. Get my toes. Let me get to the edge. I cannot believe it. I thought I really fucked up. Alright. I'll save right here. Alright. Well, that was interesting. That was a very active last like 30-40 minutes there, or however long that was. Holy shit. Alright. Well, until next time. Probably tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow.